Rule 1 of 9. Here is Rule 1 of 9. Over 700 million travelers will soon face a massive digital wall that is replacing the classic ink passport stamp forever. Imagine landing after an 8-hour flight, ready to start your vacation, only to realize your physical passport is no longer enough to prove where you have been. Liam, a 45-year-old data analyst from Chicago, arrived at Madrid Barajas Airport at 10:30 a.m. He expected a quick breeze through customs. He was wrong. Instead, he met the new Entry-Exit System, or EES. This is a massive biometric database tracking every single move across the border. Liam stood in a stagnant line for 2 hours as sophisticated machines scanned his face and recorded his fingerprints. The air in the terminal felt thick with the collective stress of hundreds of passengers. The fear of a technical glitch flagging him as an illegal overstayer weighed heavy on his mind. To stay safe in this new digital era, you should always save your digital boarding passes as backup proof of your arrival date. Liam eventually cleared the checkpoint, but only after a manual check by a frustrated officer. This change is here to stay. But the real chaos often happens before you even step off the plane. Rule 2 of 9. Rule 2 of 9 is simple. Check your specific passport requirements before you even think about heading to the airport. You might think your blue book is a golden ticket to the world, but the rules are changing faster than the flight boards. Sophia, a 28-year-old marketing specialist, learned this lesson the hard way at Rome Fiumicino. She landed expecting a quick stroll through the gates to meet her friends. Instead, she faced a sudden roadblock. She did not have her ETIAS authorization ready. This isn't a traditional visa, but it is a mandatory electronic travel waiver that usually costs about $8. Sophia stood by the glass partitions fumbling with her smartphone as her tour bus prepared to leave without her. Stop. Don't be like Sophia. Most airlines won't even let you board your flight without this authorization once it is fully implemented. While the official rollout has faced several technical delays, you should always check the official government site 72 hours before your departure. It takes only a few minutes, but saves hours of pure frustration. Now you are ready for the gate. But what about the bag on your shoulder? Rule 3 of 9. Rule 3 of 9 covers a trap that catches even the most seasoned flyers. Oliver, a 52-year-old architect, stepped off his connecting flight at Barcelona El Prat. He expected a simple walk from one gate to another. Suddenly, a stern official blocked his path and asked for a transit visa. Oliver was confused. He was just passing through on his way to a project in Mumbai. He wasn't even planning to leave the airport building. This is the transit visa trap. Some countries require what is called a direct airside transit visa, or DATV, even if you never touch foreign soil outside the terminal. Without it, you are effectively grounded. Oliver fumbled through his carry-on, searching for any paperwork that could help his case. Here is the fix you need. Always verify layover rules on official embassy websites rather than relying on third-party travel blogs. Fortunately, having a valid U.S. visa often waives these specific requirements in many European hubs. Oliver showed his credentials and was cleared to proceed. You are safe for now, but the airline agents are already eyeing your luggage. Rule 4 of 9. Did you know that many airlines are now aggressively hunting for oversized carry-ons to recover billions in lost fees? Rule 4 of 9 is about defending your wallet at the gate. Isabella, a 31-year-old real estate agent, felt the sting of this policy at Copenhagen Airport. She stood at gate B12, watching a silent agent tax every third passenger in line. "That bag won't fit," the agent snapped, pointing toward Isabella's small roller. It was a $75 fee on the spot. It felt like absolute robbery. But Isabella had a backup plan. She opened her bag, pulled out a specialized travel vest with deep interior pockets, and stuffed her heavy power banks and jackets into them. The bag shrunk instantly. It slid into the metal sizer like a glove. If they corner you, do not just pay the fine. Wear your heaviest layers through the gate. You can also try the Pillowcase Hack, where you stuff extra clothes into a pillowcase, as airlines rarely count a personal pillow as a bag. Isabella saved her cash and took her seat. It was a small win for the passenger, but what happens when the airline steals your time instead? Rule 5 of 9. Nearly 68% of travelers still lose their expensive toiletries at security checkpoints because of a technicality they don't understand. Rule 5 of 9 involves the new tech at the bins. Lucas, a 39-year-old graphic designer, stood in line at Denver International, clutching a designer moisturizer. He had heard the rumors. New 3D CT scanners were supposed to kill the old 3.4-ounce rule forever. As he approached the belt, the officer shouted for everyone to strip their bags of all liquids anyway. Lucas was paralyzed by the mixed signals. Why the confusion? Here's the catch. While these new scanners allow you to keep liquids inside your bag, the actual volume limit for each container usually stays exactly the same. Lucas had to watch his 5-ounce cream hit the bottom of a trash bin. Do not assume the new tech gives you a free pass to bring full-sized bottles. Look for the liquids stay in signs, but always keep your individual containers small. Losing a bottle is annoying, but losing your rights during a long delay is much worse. Rule 6 of 9. Before you fly, check your airport's official website for a hidden reserve program. Rule 6 of 9 could save your entire trip. Emma, a 47-year-old lawyer, stood at Seattle-Tacoma International, staring at a security line that looked a mile long. Her 10 a.m. flight was already boarding. Anxiety began to set in as the clock ticked forward. She didn't know about the free reservation system available to everyone. Many major U.S. hubs like Orlando or Los Angeles allow you to book a specific 15-minute window for security. It is completely free and requires no paid membership like Clear or TSA PreCheck. You simply show up at your appointed time, scan a QR code, and bypass the entire crowd. Emma could have skipped her 45-minute wait with a simple sign-up on her phone. These slots fill up fast, so look for openings at least 72 hours before you depart. This works in the majority of cases and keeps your stress levels low. Now, get ready. The next secret reveals a fee you probably didn't see coming. Rule 7 of 9. Rule 7 of 9 takes us to the streets of Europe. Ethan, a 24-year-old student, stood on a narrow street in Venice, checking the walking directions to his hostel. A city steward stopped him and demanded to see a QR code. Ethan felt defensive and confused. He had already paid for his room and expensive meals. Why was he being questioned now? It turns out that 2025 is the year many iconic cities began charging tourists just to step on the pavement. These access taxes catch thousands of travelers off guard every week. Do not get caught in a heated debate with local authorities. These small fees are almost never included in your initial hotel booking or flight price. The fix is simple and quick. Search the city's official tourism portal for entry fees before you fly out. Most of these charges are only $5 to $10, but paying ahead keeps your trip smooth and legal. Dealing with local fees is annoying, but it is nothing compared to the nightmare of a canceled flight. Rule 8 of 9. Have you ever spent 4 hours at Nashville International staring at a departures board that simply won't budge? Rule 8 of 9 is about your right to compensation. Henry, a 56-year-old civil engineer, found himself in that exact spot during a rainy Tuesday. His flight was pushed back again and again. He was tired, hungry, and ready to drop $50 on a mediocre airport burger. Most people just accept the wait as bad luck and sit on the floor. Stop. Henry knew better. He approached the customer service desk with a calm smile. He did not yell or demand a manager. Instead, he politely asked about the airline's contract of carriage regarding long mechanical delays. Often, if a delay is the airline's fault, DOT regulations or European Rule 261/2004 require them to provide meal vouchers or even travel credits. This isn't a magic ticket. Weather delays usually do not count. But for Henry, it worked perfectly. The agent handed him a voucher for a hot meal at the bistro nearby. He got his dinner and saved his cash. But what happens when you finally get on the plane and your health is at stake? Rule 9 of 9. Rule 9 of 9 is the most critical for your physical well-being. Over 100,000 Americans are affected by travel-related blood clots every single year. Charlotte, a 33-year-old nurse from Kansas City, ignored a dull ache in her left calf after a long flight from London. She thought it was just a simple muscle cramp from the cramped seating. But the discomfort did not stop once she reached the baggage claim. Compression socks costing just $15 can reduce your risk of deep vein thrombosis by nearly 90%. They apply gentle pressure to your lower legs, maintaining consistent blood flow during long periods of sitting. Charlotte now wears them every single time she flies out of MCI. This simple piece of fabric likely saved her life. They aren't a magic cure, but they are your best defense against the silent dangers of long-haul travel. Charlotte's leg felt better eventually, but she never walks onto a plane without them now. This is the final piece of the puzzle to keep you safe and savvy in the skies. Don't be the passenger they take advantage of. Join our squad by subscribing now.